What if you could lose 50 pounds or more without cutting all of your carbs or wrecking your hormones? Metabolic cycling does exactly that, and it's backed by real science and results. I'm Nick Garcia, certified nutrition coach, and I have the #1 Pinterest page for all things carb cycling and metabolism diets. And today, I'm diving into one of the most effective, overlooked strategies for fast, sustainable fat loss, and lean muscle growth. Metabolic cycling, aka carb cycling. It's not just another fad, it works with your hormones, not against them, to burn fat, build lean, fat burning muscle tissue, and keep your energy levels high, all the while allowing you to still enjoy your favorite carbs. If you stick around, I'm going to show you exactly how to start using it. So, what is metabolic cycling? I kind of coined the term from carb cycling. It essentially means rotating between high, moderate, or medium and low no carb days. This keeps your metabolism guessing, your hormones optimized, and your fat burning engine fired up 24/7, all the while letting you enjoy carbs again, totally guilt free. Unlike crash diets, this method is actually sustainable and flexible. It doesn't leave you tired, irritable, or binging, or again, guilt, regret, all that type of stuff. We don't need any of that. Instead, it aligns with your body's biology for better long-term results. On high carb days, you refuel and you train hard. On low carb days or no carb days, you burn fat, that deep, stubborn fat efficiently. And all in all, it's flexible, strategic, and powerful because you not only see results quickly, but you get to keep it off. So there are four main hormones involved with metabolic cycling, carb cycling. #1 is one that we all are familiar with, insulin. If a program doesn't address insulin first, it's not a good fat loss program. It's probably focused just on weight loss. So insulin controls how our body handles carbs, specifically glucose. Too much equals fat storage, but when managed right, strategically, it becomes your fat loss friend. Low carb days improve insulin sensitivity. High carb days refill glycogen so you can train hard and recover faster. It's all about timing your fuel, not eliminating it. Hormone #2, serotonin. Low serotonin equals bad mood, cravings, and failed yo-yo dieting. Carbs naturally boost serotonin, which is why most people can't stick to low carb forever. Metabolic cycling avoids that crash by giving you planned carb days to keep mood, sleep, and motivation in check. Hormone #3, leptin. Leptin is your fullness hormone. If you diet too hard, leptin drops and hunger spikes, and that's bad news. Eat too much for too long, you get leptin resistance. Cycling carbs keeps leptin levels balanced so your metabolism stays high and your hunger stays in check. And finally, cortisol. Chronic stress raises cortisol, as we know, which breaks down muscle and stores fat. Carbs help lower cortisol. Cycling carbs helps you manage stress while preserving that lean, metabolically fat burning tissue, critical for long-term fat loss and, of course, metabolic health. So now we know the hormones, we kind of know what metabolic cycling is. And so even though I've kind of gone over some of this, but let's talk about the main benefits. #1, burn fat and build muscle at the same time. High carb days, remember, they fuel those intense workouts and your recovery. Low carb days drive fat loss, specifically that stubborn fat that it is difficult to get rid of, that is a lot of times caused by those low carb diets. Together, they create an environment where you lose fat and gain muscle simultaneously, which is a rare combo. The second main benefit is hormonal optimization. This type of diet program and all should be focused on minimizing those fat stored hormones and optimizing your fat burning ones. Specifically, improving insulin sensitivity, balancing leptin, and better cortisol control. It's all baked into this metabolic cycling strategy. Your body runs smoother, burns more calories, and craves a lot less junk. And my favorite benefit for carb metabolic cycling is it's sustainable. You're not cutting out entire food groups. You're working with your biology and your metabolism. That it makes it much easier to stick with and actually enjoy. So here is what an example week looks like. You have a high carb day, and on this day, you're going to be doing an intense training, kind of like a HIIT workout, hitting your legs and your back and those big muscle groups. On the moderate, medium carb days, you're going to do exercise if you can. You want to do this more like upper body, some on and off like interval cardio training. You could do a HIIT workout too. Um, you don't have to work as intensely as on the high carb days. And remember, intense workouts are what that means for you. If you're not super fit and in shape right now, your intensity is going to look something different than a super in shape, 25-year-old that works out consistently. And then finally, low carb or no carb days are for rest or light activity. Think yoga, Pilates, long walks, that type of stuff. So here's a full example week. Monday, we have the high carb. So you're doing your intense leg HIIT workout. Tuesday, low carb, no carb. Can be cardio or total rest. Wednesday, moderate is another medium intensity workout. Thursday, low or no carb, day of rest. Friday, you have your high carb. Again, you need to work out on the high carb days. You will strategically plan your weeks, but I know things come up, so you sometimes do need to add that flexibility into your routine. So then Saturday, you're medium, moderate again, and then Sunday, you're low and you are resting. So your carb targets are on high carb days, 1.5 to 2 grams per body weight. On moderate, 0.7 to around 1 gram. And on low, less than 0.5 grams. I like to keep this super low, practically no carbs, green veggies, and protein and healthy fats. So all in all, you want to prioritize the natural whole foods, sweet potatoes, rice, fruit, quinoa. Avoid processed junk as much as possible. I know we're supposed to be flexible here. If you need to lose 25 or more pounds, then you need to be a little more strict than somebody who needs to lose 5 and is in some type of maintenance mode. You also want to keep protein high daily, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And of course, include healthy fats and eliminate those polyunsaturated seed oils. What are healthy fats? Coconut oil, olive oil, avocados, that type of stuff. And of course, just some training tips. Go heavy on high carb days. Work out as intensely as you're able to. Use those low carb days for light movement, recovery, rest, or walking. For best results, time carbs around your workouts before and after training. So there are 3 mistakes that I want to put out there so you can avoid these common pitfalls. Number 1, random carb days. Don't guess. Align carb intake with your training intensity. High carbs equals high output. If you need some flexibility with something coming up, like you get invited to a happy hour or a brunch or something like that, then adjust accordingly. Mistake number 2, junk carbs. It's not a free-for-all. I mentioned this already, especially if you're trying to lose a significant amount of weight. You want to stick to whole, unprocessed sources. Quality matters. That's the point of the word metabolic, because a lot of carb cycling plans is just let you eat whatever you want. So that doesn't work either, and you might get kind of frustrated. So at least at first, to get that weight that you want to lose, be a little bit more strict. And then mistake number 3, forgetting protein and fat. Don't obsess over carbs and ignore protein. Protein is the key for muscle. Healthy fats keep your hormones stable. I think that covers exactly how you can structure your metabolic cycling. I have some links below when you're ready. I have a lot of free information on my website. That's the #1 carb cycling page on Pinterest, so I would be on there if I were you. And then I do have a 3-week metabolic cycling program that you can read hundreds of success stories on the page below as well. But just kind of what to expect for your first month: more energy, fewer cravings, 2 to 4 pounds of fat loss. I'm being kind of conservative here. I've had many women lose over 10, 1, 14, 15, 19 even. You will start seeing a little bit clearer lean muscle definition, not crazy, because, hormonally, women especially aren't going to have a lot of that definition. You definitely want to take your progress pics and your measurements. Don't just rely on the scale. That is a big tip right there. Long term, 3 to 6 months, depending on how much weight you need to lose, get rid of 20 to 50 pounds potentially lost over 3 to 6 months. Preserving that lean muscle tissue. Remember, lean muscle tissue is metabolically active. It is a tissue that is going to burn that stored fat. A couple of things: if you plateau, add an extra low carb or medium carb day for a short period of time. You want to also slightly drop your carbs on moderate days, And then to go further, try intermittent fasting on low carb days. And to customize it a little bit, my programs are specifically designed for women. Men can do them. I've had plenty go through it, but women may benefit more from eating more carbs during specific phases, the luteal phase specifically on menstrual cycle. And then high training athletes might need more frequent high carb days. So depending on your workout schedule and how into that you are, I have a pretty moderate workout schedule inside the program. The overall key is to just track, adjust, and listen to your body. If you stop, if you're doing the right things and stop seeing results, then you need to do something different, right? So just to recap, metabolic cycling optimizes insulin, serotonin, leptin, and cortisol. It burns fat, builds muscle, and boosts mood and metabolism all at the same time. If you're ready to try it, start by aligning your carb intake with your workouts. That's a simple way. Focus on that quality food, stay consistent, and then track your progress. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Again, I'll put some resources in the description. I'd love to hear from you. Even if you disagree with me and say you should just go carnivore, I like to hear and see all the different opinions. Thanks for watching. See you for that next video.